Hey guys, what's going on? Danz Newz here, back in my Minecraft single player. So, yep, good stuff. If you don't know what this is, click on the screen. There's a couple videos that'll be there. I would say if you haven't seen any of these, go to the first. There's a second, and then there was a third one where I did a bit of not talking, but it was kind of time-lapsed me extending my chicken pen, which is over there, and I'll show you in a second. But yeah, so now that that's all out of the way, yeah, hi, I'm Dan. I like saying that. If I ended up kind of like running around and being stupid and doing the same thing over and over and over again like this, going through chests and being dumb, it's because I'm kind of stream of consciousness talking, and so it I do stupid things when I do that. So, can I break that? I can't. Wow. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, welcome to my Minecraft single player. I said that again. There's a couple new additions. Mainly this. I have a storage room with a lot of chests. Like this entire bottom row, all the way back to that cobblestone block over there. Pretty much each one of these, for the most part, there's a couple of these that have some things missing because I just go through and grab stuff. But it's full of cobble all the way down. The reason why I'm keeping all of this cobble is because I figured eventually I'll build something with it. I don't know what, but it'll probably be like a big gigantic project. On the top here I have dirt. I don't think the dirt goes too far. I think, yeah, right here. So nowhere near as far as the cobble, but I mine a lot. So, and then on this side I have like a lot of various things. Sand on that one. These are generally wood-related things. For some reason, 15 eggs. I don't know why. Tools and such. Coal, redstone, lapis lazuli, and a little bit of flint. Stairs, flint and steel. I've used those to burn down trees and stuff as opposed to chopping them down, because I cleared out a lot of this the area around my house. Yeah, a lot of iron, a shit ton of iron actually. Oh, a little bit of gold too, only 5 gold. I haven't ran into gold in a while. A crap ton of chicked cooking. Cooked chicken, Papa Rick's crispy chicken. I got to keep it all in one chest, and then all the other meats and a couple soups and so on. And a weird random sound. Interesting. So let me actually check the sound options here. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Why not? 10 is a good sound. No music, cause why not? Maybe a little bit of music. I see. The thing is, and if you should have seen the other single players. I usually listen to music or podcasts when playing in this. More recently, funnily enough, I've been going on YouTube, and since I have dual monitors, I'll pull up a YouTube page on the other monitor, and then just watch like behind the scenes stuff. From more recently, I've been watching Seinfeld and interviews with Larry David. One of the creators and you know, lead writer on Seinfeld, as well as Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I've started kind of watching that show. I need to get all the DVDs of that because Larry David is hilarious, and I already knew that, but it's taken me a long time to get around to actually watching Curb. So, okay, other things. Here we go. I was tired of this walkway, and I actually extended the walkway wider a little bit. I was tired of this walkway getting covered with snow, considering I put it there, and I didn't understand why it was there if I wasn't going to accentuate it. So I put this kind of weirdly shaped thing on top of it, just to block the snow from landing, and that way it's a proper walkway. It's still got this going on. This actually needs to be harvested here soon. I'll probably do that in a second. I have my... Did I show you my enchanting... I'm pretty sure I showed you my enchanting thing. Yeah, I'm almost certain I did. This is my little enchanting house, where I enchant stuff. Yeah, I did show you guys that. But just catching up. I took out, like, all of the trees around my house. I can't remember if that was in the second one or not. But, yeah, I took them all out. They're gone. I leveled off a lot of the land as well. But yeah, this is the thing that the time-lapse video... Oh, that's a lot of chickens. This actually seems to run considerably better with all just the chickens, and it also might have been the 1.3 update. Something you guys, I guess you would know, is it seems, I don't know if it's just chickens, but mobs don't push you around. Like, that was something that was really annoying, and that was something that was really hard to get out of my pens. was because the mobs would push me around, and now I can just walk right through them. It makes collecting eggs easier. It makes feeding, or like not feeding them, but making them have sex easier. And it's just all around a lot easier. Yeah, so lots of chickens, lots of eggs. I have chests and chests and chests full of eggs in that house. But yeah, I got rid of the pigs, got rid of the cows, and extended the chicken pen to full size. And it's gotten out of hand, I know. It's so easy because originally I was just getting them because I figured eventually I would switch to normal difficulty, but I never really did. I'm still on peaceful. But I realized I could use these guys for experience, so I would just breed them and kill them. And chickens are the fastest, easiest way to do that because, one, you can get a shit ton of eggs, throw all the eggs, and then you'll birth a lot of chickens. You can also feed them wheat. So it's just it's a lot faster with chickens than just pigs and cows. So that's why I chose chickens. But yeah, they're spawning quickly. And let me go dump all my eggs really quick. Never thought I'd have to say that again. Yeah, I think this well, I have like I said, I have a lot of eggs. That's all my wheat and stuff. I got a lot of eggs. Yeah. I went through, this was actually, before I started recording, this was full. I actually did empty all of these eggs out. It took like 2 runs or so to empty them out. But yeah, so good stuff. That's pretty much all the major changes I've done. I've also mined a lot farther in my mine, and I will show you that now. And then we'll come back. We'll mine probably a little bit and come back and do this. I'll get to the kind of topic of this week's video. Not this week's, but this Minecraft video. Minecraft single player video stuff. I don't know if you were around for this, but I actually fixed my mine system a little bit. Originally this went out left a little bit and then right. I just straightened it. So yeah. Something else with 1.3, you move when you're in the minecart, you like rotate wonkily with it. See? Like I'm kind of OCD and I like to align this cursor up center. Like no, that's not quite right. Like that's close, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, that's center, I think. And then it does that. It's so annoying. I didn't even touch the mouse and it did that. Hey, music. I haven't heard Minecraft music in a while. Calm stuff. They also extended the reach limit by 1 block. So that was kind of annoying. I haven't gone through here and fixed this, but this top part I did extend to the very highest. So yeah, I mined really far. I'm still going. And I'll actually show you, I kind of made the railway system go all the way to the end here. But I might a little bit in here. I haven't found diamond in a while. It's like I had a streak where I kept finding diamond, and now I can't find any for the life of me. So yeah, this runs all the way up to, if you are familiar with the first, what the hell? Oh, I thought I saw something. The first session where I accidentally killed myself. This is where I had to go back and get my stuff. I showed you, well, this is at the very end. I showed you this area. It's kind of cool formation. And my house is like just over that way. I could run to it if I wanted to, but I don't. But I just take the railway system because it takes me right to where I was mining. So yeah. Oh, music stopped. Stinks. Readjusting my seat. So yeah, this is what I've been up to. I've mainly, when watching and listening to stuff, been mining. Today I was just kind of harvesting and touching up my little walkway and stuff. So yeah, that is what I got going on with this stuff. So yeah, I haven't come across diamond in a while. I actually finally finished off my diamond shovel, but I'm saving this for when I find like diamond. Maybe I'll get more than one because I got the fortune going on. But yeah, good stuff. Well, anyway, this I want to say this week again. This kind of single player sit down. I wanted to talk a little bit about stuff. Kind of treat it as almost an update a little bit. Thanks for everybody being really kind of supportive recently. I'm very close to getting 200,000 subscribers total with you guys, and that's within the last 6 months, I think I've grown like in 100,000 subscribers. That made sense. And that's, I'm growing too fast, which isn't a bad thing, but at the same time, it kind of puts a little bit of pressure on because, yeah, I don't know. I kind of sometimes feel the need to provide maybe better stuff than I should, which is a good thing. It's definitely it's nice to have kind of a challenge there. Now that I have a larger audience, kind of got to step up my game, which is always a good attitude to have. But yeah, so more recently I did the Bat Danz short. That was about a month ago. I'm glad you guys like that. And I kind of want to do more random stuff like that every once in a while. And yeah, that. But I didn't mean to talk about the 200,000 thing first. But I did. Haha, stupid head rules. I didn't have head rules. Sounds like head lice. Anyway, random thought. I'm stupid. But the Nightmare House, I finally got around to sitting down and playing Nightmare House. I beat it in one sitting, and that was cool. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I kind of wanted to sit down and get to that before I ended up leaving on Sunday. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to Gamescom. And when I say we are going to Gamescom, first of all, Gamescom is a gaming convention in Germany. It's in Cologne, Germany. And so that's really exciting. I have never, ever left the country. Before, this whole Creature House thing happened, I had never left the eastern seaboard of the United States. I had only been, from New York to pretty much Florida, and I lived in North Carolina, but we went to Disney World and stuff. We actually drove to Disney World. So I had never flown until the Creature House. And now, on Sunday I'm going to be going on an international flight, so that'll be fun. But I like flying. I kind of like flying. It's not a terrible experience. But yeah, so when I say we're going, it's not all of us, and it's by no stretch of the imagination all of us. It's just going to be me and James. So it's going to be James and Dan's adventure in Germany. So I can only imagine what kind of videos we're going to be making there. As neither of us have left the country. Well, I mean, I've left the country. I've gone to Canada, but I mean, when you live in Niagara Falls, when I was born in Niagara Falls, New York. When you live in Niagara Falls, New York, you're going to go to Canada at one point. So in my childhood, I went to Canada a lot. Z actually visits like right near where I used to live. He goes to the Canadian side though. He goes to Ontario, but yeah, the American side of the falls now is terrible. I've been there in the last 2 years, and it's kind of everything's shutting down, and it's terrible. Anyway, so yeah, James and I are gonna go to Germany. Why only two of us? Because it's super expensive. That is why. So yeah, Gamescom. That'll be interesting. I don't. James is the kind of the driving force behind this. He really wanted to go. I wasn't gung-ho about going. I mean, I am gung-ho about going, but like I wasn't like pushing for it. James just really wants to kind of travel, and I broke my thing. But yeah, so that'll be really exciting. Just if you either live in the area or you are going to Gamescom, and you want to meet us, I would say, well, one, you might run into us, but we'll let you know if we're doing any sort of meetup while we're there. We definitely will be doing a meetup, most probably. I don't know. I can't say definitely, but most probably we'll be doing a meetup, and we'll have to figure out where we want to do it. But yeah, that fun, exciting stuff. I'm really excited and kind of nervous at the same time, because there's a lot of different things that I'm gonna have to kind of not get used to, but like prepare for, like different currency. We're gonna have to exchange, or get some German money or euros, not German money, but euros, and general like charger stuff, like outlets are different there, so we're gonna have to buy like a universal like converter thing, a jig, and stuff like that, and it'll be interesting. We're stupid. We'll figure it out though. But yeah, expect a lot of videos from us on the hub where we're just going crazy in Germany, because we're gonna have fun. But yeah, so that what else? Yeah, so that's why I've kind of been I've had to kind of buckle down the last couple days and record a lot of stuff. Not like a gigantic amount of stuff. I'm usually not like a super hardcore like recorder person when it comes to traveling or in general. Like you wouldn't think it, but I don't play, you know, a whole lot. This is the thing that I really kind of zone out and play often. But in general, I don't play a gigantic amount of video games. It's generally just me sitting around twiddling my thumbs. So, oh, creepy noise. So yeah, I sat down. Yeah, like the kid from Sandlot. So I sat down and yeah, played Nightmare House. I'm actually, after this, I'm going to sit down and play probably as long as I can in GTA 4 before I get tired and want to stop. Because that's kind of the consistent series that I could sit down and play forever until I really get tired. And I love to play it, and thankfully you guys like to watch it. So it just makes me want to post more of it. So that'll be the main thing going up while I'm gone. I will have Payday going up, the session with me and Coots and James, and the session with me and Seamus and James. That's newer, that I haven't started uploading yet. And what else? Transformers with me and James, and Herschel's World. So that'll all be going up, as well as, you know, a crap ton of GTA 4. I doubt I'll beat it in the sitting, but I'm getting relatively close to the end. I'm getting closer. I still have a lot of stuff to do, though, in that, I think. I don't know. I could be crazy and wrong, but now that Roman's getting married soon, it's kind of winding down. So, yeah, all that stuff. What else to talk about? So that's all the main stuff that's likely to be going up. In kind of personal-ish news, if you follow me on Twitter, you might know this. My sister is going to have a baby, and I am going to be an uncle. So I'm going to be Unky Dan. That's super exciting. She's not expecting until I think early next year, so it's going to be a little while, but she's been keeping me updated, and I'm really excited for her. And actually, my old camera, everybody was wondering what I was going to do with my old camera. Everybody was saying, you should give it away, you shouldn't, you know, keep it yourself. Like, well, it's my camera, I'll do what I want with it. But I was going to lend it to Max, but she asked for it, and so I am just going to give it to her. I'm going to send it to her towards the end of the month, so she can kind of learn it, because it's not a super easy thing to use. But I had a Canon Rebel T2i, and now I have a 5D. As far as like DSLR cameras go, that was my first, so I kind of learned fairly quickly, and it's a good starting off point, I think. But people keep asking me camera advice, like what camera should I get, or blah 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 blah. Like I just said, the Canon Rebel T2i was the first camera I ever owned ever. And I got that late last year. I think it was either December or January. Well, December or, you know, early this year, January. And I had never used anything like that before, ever. And so, yeah. But it was pretty easy to learn the tricks too. So hopefully she can figure it out. If not, I'll help her out. But yeah, so that I've been having fun with my 5D. I haven't really done a whole lot with it. The thing is, I don't go outside a whole lot. We went out to dinner tonight, and I got some footage of Coots and James and Seamus and Monica kind of walking, and it looks really good. So I was tinkering around with that. You might see it eventually in some fashion. I might kind of do another testy video. I always say testy, and it makes me think of testes. That's nasty. But you might see that in some sort of test video where I just have music in that kind of going. So yeah, I kind of like just filming stuff. I like filming stuff whenever I can, and it's not really often when we go do random crazy new stuff. More recently, we just kind of been going to the movies. We went to go see the Bourne movie today, but I went to sleep, and I guess everybody thought I wanted to keep sleeping. I just went to sleep thinking they would wake me up when we were going to go, but they didn't, so we didn't go see it today. But we still went out to eat, so we went and did that. But yeah, so all that stuff. Where was I? Man, I've mined so far. I need to add another power rail like before that one. I actually could probably start back here. Yeah, so camera stuff. I'm excited to kind of start doing shorts on the hub. If you missed it on Creature Talk, we actually, and we'll do a video on the hub talking about this, but we did we announced that in September we're going to try to be doing 1 to 2 shorts a week, posting 1 to 2 shorts a week. We actually haven't filmed anything at this point. Our intention was filming like all August, but now that I'm going to Gamescom, that's going to kind of take time out of it. But, oh, look at that. That's weird. I hate that things don't load sometimes. It's mainly probably because I'm recording right now. Usually it's pretty good. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be doing shorts. And I actually started writing Bunny Bus 2 when we were going to Comic-Con on the airplane. Or maybe it was coming back. I can't remember. I started writing Bunny Bus 2. And so, yeah, that's going to be our first short. And I'm excited for that because it's going to be a bit grander of a scale than the original Bunny Bust. So, but it will be just as fun and stupid and weird because that short is weird. Something when I was editing it the day that we filmed it, I was kind of worried that it was going to be poorly received because it was essentially us. What is with all this weird loading stuff? It was essentially us breaking in. Can I? Is this like set to? No, keep it fast. Balanced power saver. I don't know what this is gonna do. I'm gonna go balanced. It was essentially us busting in, shooting a guy, and then torturing a bunny while he pees and whines, and then we snap his neck. That's what Bunny Bust is. And the entire time we were making it, we were laughing like maniacs at the stuff we were coming up with because it was completely improvised. But then afterwards, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, I didn't know how to end it. Like, because I snap his neck. I'm like, what do I do after that? So I edited it in as if it was kind of like a PSA where it's this bunny says don't do drugs. But yeah, that was really really random. And so the second one is gonna, I guarantee it'll be just as weird, and stuff. There's a little bit of an idea that my brother-in-law had suggested to me, because he liked the Bunny Bust, and I talked to my sister, and she said that he had an idea and he relayed it, and so that's gonna be in there a little bit. So yeah, that we're gonna be doing other shorts as well. I will also be doing a 360 Avatar video. To premiere sometime during that month. I think Coots wants to do a machinima of some sort, probably TF2, because he's all about that. I'm going to go harvest my stuff because it's pretty much ready. And yeah, so that's really exciting. After kind of the Bat Dan short and the James's million subscriber video, that we filmed and I edited, it's just so apparent to me how easy it is to do this stuff, and yet we don't do it. And that's something I think I said in the second video in my Minecraft series, is that, you know, we understand we're kind of wasting this opportunity a little bit. But the hell was that? Oh, it's the music coming in. So I'm excited that we're kind of taking the initiative for September and doing shorts. It's just gonna have to be kind of crunch time when we get back from Gamescom. I'll have to finish writing Bunny Bus 2 at Gamescom and maybe write another short and such, and we should be good to go when we get back. Another thing, the Herschel's Land Machinima. I've gotten that question a lot. We have totally been late on it. I've been procrastinating writing it. James, you know, checks up every like week and asks me, you know, where that is, and I've written the majority of it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish writing it and leave it with Coots while we're at Gamescom, So because there's some UDK stuff that he's going to be doing in it. Yeah, so that will be able to be pretty much put together when I get back from Gamescom, when James and I get back. That way we can film it and stuff. Carl Chandler Riggs, I asked him, and he said he would be happy to do voices in it, or his voice in it. So I'm going to leave him the script while we're gone, and hopefully he can do that. He's available to do it. So that should be fun. He's been super awesome about everything, and hopefully we might be able to get him on Herschel's World at some point, on as a guest, because the kid's awesome. And he's actually, it's funny seeing him kind of start his YouTube career, because he's doing like YouTube-y stuff, and yet he's on TV. It's like, hey, you're on TV, why are you on YouTube? That's kind of cool. So yeah, we're excited. We saw the trailer for the season 3 of Walking Dead right after Comic-Con. We didn't get to see it at Comic-Con. No, we saw it during Comic-Con at our hotel. I looked it up that night after the panel or whatever. Yeah, that was really cool. And we're excited to... I'm kind of excited to start watching Walking Dead again, and like, hey, I know that kid. So that'll be cool. But yeah, all that stuff. And let's see. Oh no, I don't. I want to keep these. I want to keep these. So, yes. 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 I don't know what to say. What else do I want to talk about here? There was other stuff. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Herschel's Land Machinima. Yeah, get to that when we get back. Excited about that. I'll just have to like film it when we get back, film all the in-game stuff, and then we'll move on to the Breaking Bad series. Boop. Which we've kind of been waiting to start, waiting to finish the Herschel's Land Machinima. I had to like talk James into not starting the Breaking Bad series before we finish Herschel's Land, which I just wanted to, because the whole thing is the Herschel's Land Machinima is going to transition into it, and I didn't want to kind of ruin that by starting it before we got there, because then it doesn't necessarily make sense, because it's kind of like we're kind of connecting the universes, as it were, the Neapolitan universe, as James likes to call it. That's essentially that's essentially what The Walking Dead, or the Herschel's Land and the Breaking Bad series is going to be. It's all set in an alternate universe, the Neapolitan universe. And I know I'm mowing down plenty of not ready wheat, but I don't care. So yeah, so that's exciting. I can't wait to show you guys what we've done for Herschel's Land. It's gonna be epic. There's gonna be a huge surprise in it that you guys might freak out about. I don't know. We freaked out about it, so it's gonna be fun. So that, I keep saying that after, that's like my transition between each thing. Oh, son of a bitch, I'm gonna drown. Go! Shit. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to talk a little bit about the whole Herschel's World thing. We got a lot of people asking after our first session of Herschel's World if we could bring back McLovin and Waterballer, and it was kind of harmless at first, but after a while it kind of started to annoy me a little bit, because I don't know, this might just be kind of me not overreacting, but, well, yeah, overreacting a little bit. But it was really cool playing with Waterballer and McLovin, and I certainly had a fun time. You know, they kind of showed us the ropes a little bit, and they helped us out, and it was really cool. And afterwards, after the recording session, McLovin had tweeted at me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun. That was awesome." And then he kind of, not necessarily him, but people started suggesting that he come on the series. And that's not something like, I felt like that he was, I don't know, it's kind of weird, because he started tweeting at us, and he started kind of making other people tweet at us. Not making other people tweet at us, but kind of encouraging other people to tweet at us. And they started this whole like Dark Knight thing where they kept referencing the Dark Knight. And you know, he was cool, but like that's not the point of it. And we kind of addressed it a little bit in the series. I don't know if that part's gone up yet, but you know, it's not really the point of it. It's just supposed to be me and James kind of continuing on. And we chose MineZ because it's like a zombie-related, you know, mod and everything. And it isn't kind of us going around with you know, McLovin and Water Baller. That just kind of happened in that first sitting. And then in the second sitting, we had a bunch of people following us around. But we're just kind of doing our own thing, and it wasn't intended to be that. And I kind of didn't appreciate the sense that like they were kind of inviting themselves back, or McLovin was kind of inviting himself back to it, and that just kind of annoyed me a little bit. And it's definitely annoying when I get a million people tweeting at me, or in every single Herschel's World episode after the first sitting, everybody's talking about McLovin in the comments, and those are the top comments. That's something that kind of annoys me, is when a top comment on the video has nothing to do with the video. And I've talked about that a little bit. One of my biggest peeves is when the top comments are like pretty much people arguing with each other, and their comebacks are like the top comment, and they have nothing to do with video. It's kind of annoying to me. I don't know. It's a little pet peeve. But you know, I have nothing against McLovin. He was a cool guy. He was fun to play with. I felt like it was kind of taken too far, and it kind of annoyed me a little bit. But we didn't have any sort of intention in bringing them back. If they were there while we were recording, we weren't going to say go away. That would be rude. But you know, we kind of really had no intention of continuing that way. I don't know. I kind of spent a little bit a long time talking about that, but that's just kind of my feelings on the situation. It just kind of annoyed me a little bit. So sorry if that kind of angers you against me. I don't know why it would, but you know, if you think that's kind of unfair, I didn't really like it, but yeah. So there. That's my thought on that. What else? There was other stuff I wanted to talk about. I don't know. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? That could be pretty much everything. I talked about a lot of stuff here today. I don't know. What do I want to talk about? Danz Newz reviews have been going up on the hub. Thank you for everybody who's kind of been supportive about that, or watching it if you're interested in Danz Newz reviews. Let me turn this down a little bit because this gets loud. This is why I always have the sound down, because these stupid chickens. Thanks to everybody who's kind of been interested. If you don't know, Danz Newz reviews is on the hub. I've been doing theatrical reviews every Friday. This week was Total Recall. The week before that was The Avengers, and the week before that was The Dark Knight Rises. I got a lot of people asking me if I was going to do a spoiler review eventually on The Dark Knight Rises, and I think I might. I actually kind of tried to sit down and record it, and I actually got about 20 minutes into the video, and I kind of wasn't happy with the way it was turning out. I was kind of being mumbly like I always am, and I didn't really have a solid kind of, I don't know, I didn't feel like my idea or presentation was that solid. Not presentation, but, you know, like the way I was talking, it didn't seem it didn't seem very coherent to me. Like I was just kind of going off on random tangents, and I was very scatterbrained, like I usually am. And I kind of have to, not write something, but, you know, kind of get a better outline in my head on how I want to explain everything. But for those interested, I will probably eventually get to recording some sort of spoilery review of The Dark Knight Rises. So for those who have kind of been really interested in what I specifically thought about specific things in the specific movie, the How It Should Have Ended of The Dark Knight Rises is going to be coming out at the end of the month. And something that I never made a video talking about my Comic-Con experiences, but I probably should eventually, although it's getting kind of late now, as usual with everything. But at Comic-Con, we got to hang out with Daniel Baxter and Tina Alexander of How It Should Have Ended. And if you guys, well, you wouldn't know, I have been a fan of How It Should Have Ended 5 or 6 years. And ever since the Star Wars, which one was it? Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, how it should have ended, which is a long-ass time ago. That was one of their first. And I liked their cartoon, and I went to their website and signed up on the forums, and I kind of became a part of the very small community there. It was maybe 10 or so people, regular posters on that message board, and Daniel, both Daniel and Tina. Daniel, who is the animator and voice actor for a lot of the characters. Now their voice actor kind of cast of characters has expanded, and it's great to see them having other talent join the group. But it used to be kind of just Daniel doing like all the voices, and Tina is the producer of them. You know, we would always go back and forth, and I felt kind of they were really supportive, and it was way before I even started doing machinima stuff that I was part of that group. So they were always really supportive, and they were one of my very, very early inspirations to kind of get into doing machinima or just anything in general, anything kind of creative on the internet. So it was awesome to meet him there. I knew he was going to be there. I had emailed him beforehand, and we finally met up the last day and got to hang out for like 6 or 7 hours, waiting in line to get into Hall H, and we never got into Hall H. But it was super awesome getting to hang out with them, because, like I said, I've known them for years, and we kind of haven't really talked a whole lot in the last, I don't know, maybe half a year or a year or so, because their forum kind of changed after a while, and they changed the format, and the format kind of ruined the community. It didn't ruin the community, but it was kind of a wonky change. But it was awesome to see them get partnered with Stars Media, so they can Daniel could finally start doing it for a living, and so that's kind of his job now, is to do How It Should Have Ended. So that was super awesome, and it's funny how our kind of careers have mirrored each other a little bit, because you know I had to work a part-time job at one point. He was working, I think, a full-time job and doing the How It Should Have Ended in his spare time. So I can completely empathize with his situation, and it was awesome to see him finally get partnered with Stars and being able to do what he wanted to do for a living. Now I'm probably going to just run around in circles like I usually do. Yeah, I got to hang out with him a lot and talk to him, and it was really cool. And he was letting me know that the Dark Knight Rises How It Should Have Ended is coming out at the end of the month, and I'm super excited for it, because I love his Batman character in those, the whole Batman Superman thing. So check that out. I'll be tweeting it and probably do a video update saying go watch it, because it's super awesome, and they definitely deserve any sort of support that we can give them, because they're awesome. Yeah. This is probably longer than the second Minecraft thing, but yeah. So cool stuff. I had a lot of fun talking. And yep, so that's pretty much everything. Let me go to sleep here, get a daytime. It's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. I touched on a lot of different subjects here today. Let me know if you want to see more of these. I'm always happy to do one every once in a while. And hopefully, maybe I'll start constructing something soon. Maybe over there, with all the cobble that I have. Maybe some sort of super chicken chamber. Look at all those chickens. I gotta kill them. I usually take a sword and just weed through them all and get down to like maybe where there's only 2 or 3 left. But it doesn't really matter, because I have all those eggs stocked that I will never run out of chickens, even if I killed them all. So yeah. But anyway, that was a weird thought at the end. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want to see more. And bye. Bye. Doors closing.